What if the city around you wasn't just a collection of buildings and streets, but a living, thinking entity? A place where every corner, every light, every surface is part of a vast, interconnected mind. An AI brain that learns, adapts, and evolves alongside you. This isn't a distant dream or a scene from a sci-fi movie. It's the future of urban living, and it's closer than you might think. Today, we're diving into what it would feel like to live inside a conscious city, a place where the environment itself is alive, responding to your needs, predicting your movements, and reshaping itself to create the ultimate urban experience. From transportation that flows like water to spaces that transform to match your mood, we'll explore how this futuristic vision could redefine the way we live, work, and connect. So let's step into this world together and uncover what it truly means to live inside an AI brain. Imagine waking up in a city that knows you, not just your name or your address, but your habits, your preferences, even your mood. A city that adjusts its rhythm to match yours, where the streets seem to anticipate your every move. This is the essence of a conscious city, an urban environment powered by artificial intelligence, seamlessly integrated into every aspect of its infrastructure. But what does it really mean for a city to be conscious? At its core, it's about creating a living, breathing ecosystem that operates like a vast, interconnected brain. Just as your nervous system processes information and responds to stimuli, a conscious city uses AI to collect, analyze, and act on data in real time. It's not just about smart technology, it's about creating a city that feels alive. To understand this better, let's draw a parallel to the human brain. Your brain is a network of billions of neurons constantly communicating through electrical signals. In a conscious city, the neurons are sensors, cameras, and devices embedded throughout the urban landscape. These sensors gather data, everything from traffic patterns and air quality to the energy usage of buildings. This data flows through the city's digital nervous system, processed by AI algorithms that learn and adapt over time. The result, a city that doesn't just react to its inhabitants but anticipates their needs, optimizing everything from transportation to public safety. But how does this vision become reality? The answer lies in the convergence of three key technologies: artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, and big data. AI provides the intelligence, enabling the city to make decisions and learn from experience. The Internet of Things connects the physical world to the digital one, allowing devices to communicate and share information. And big data serves as the fuel, providing the massive amounts of information needed to train AI systems and make them smarter. Together, these technologies are transforming cities from static collections of buildings into dynamic, responsive environments. This isn't just a futuristic fantasy, it's already happening in small but significant ways. Think of adaptive traffic lights that reduce congestion by responding to real-time traffic conditions, or smart grids that balance energy supply and demand to prevent blackouts. These are early glimpses of what a conscious city could look like, but the potential goes far beyond efficiency. A conscious city could enhance our quality of life in ways we've only begun to imagine. Imagine parks that adjust lighting and music based on the mood of the crowd, or public spaces that reconfigure themselves to host events or provide quiet retreats. The possibilities are endless, so why does this matter? Because a conscious city isn't just about convenience, it's about creating a deeper connection between people and the places they live. It's about designing urban environments that are not only functional but also empathetic, responsive, and deeply attuned to the needs of their inhabitants. This is the next evolution of urban living, and it's closer than you might think. The question isn't whether conscious cities will exist, it's how soon we'll see them and how they'll reshape our world. At the core of every conscious city is its AI brain, a sophisticated web of algorithms and sensors working tirelessly to process an unimaginable amount of data. Think of it as the city's central nervous system, constantly receiving signals, interpreting them, and deciding how to respond. But how does this system actually work? It all starts with data collection. Thousands, if not millions, of Internet of Things devices, sensors, cameras, and connected gadgets are scattered throughout the city, gathering information on everything from traffic flow and weather conditions to energy consumption and even crowd density. This data is the lifeblood of the AI brain, feeding it the raw material it needs to function. Once the data is collected, the real magic begins. Machine learning algorithms step in to analyze patterns, identify trends, and make predictions. These algorithms aren't static, they're designed to learn and adapt over time. For example, if the AI notices that a particular intersection experiences heavy traffic every weekday at 5 p.m., it might adjust traffic light timings to ease congestion. Over weeks and months, the system refines its decisions, becoming more efficient and responsive. This ability to learn is what sets a conscious city apart from traditional smart cities. It's not just about reacting to data, it's about evolving alongside the people who live there. But with great power comes great responsibility. As we entrust more decision-making to AI, ethical questions inevitably arise. How do we ensure that the AI brain prioritizes the well-being of its residents? What happens if the system's goals conflict with individual freedoms? These are not easy questions to answer, but they're critical to address. One approach is to design AI systems with transparency and accountability in mind. For instance, residents could have access to a dashboard showing how and why certain decisions were made, fostering trust and understanding. Additionally, robust oversight mechanisms would be essential to prevent misuse or unintended consequences. The potential benefits of a conscious city are immense, but so are the challenges. Balancing innovation with ethics, efficiency with privacy, and autonomy with accountability will be key to creating a city that truly serves its inhabitants. As we continue to push the boundaries of what's possible, one thing is clear. The AI brain behind the city isn't just a tool, it's a partner in shaping the future of urban life. And as this partnership evolves, so too will the way we experience the world around us. Picture this: you step outside your home and the city greets you like an old friend. The streetlights dim slightly to match the calm, reflective mood you're in, while a nearby cafe adjusts its playlist to something soothing, just the way you like it. This isn't magic, it's the power of a conscious city, where every detail of your environment is tailored to your preferences. At the heart of this experience is AI's ability to create hyper-personalized urban spaces, transforming the way we interact with the world around us. But how does it work? It all starts with data, your data. From the apps you use to the routes you take, the city's AI brain gathers insights about your habits, preferences, and even your emotions, using them to craft experiences that feel uniquely yours. Take public spaces, for example. In a conscious city, parks aren't just static patches of greenery, they're dynamic environments that adapt to the people using them. Imagine a park that senses a group of joggers and adjusts its lighting and music to energize their workout, or a quiet corner that dims the lights and plays soft ambient sounds for someone looking to unwind. These aren't just conveniences, they're ways to make urban spaces feel more alive, more connected to the people who inhabit them. And it's not just about comfort. Personalized environments can also enhance creativity, productivity, and even mental well-being, creating a city that doesn't just serve its residents but truly understands them. But with this level of personalization comes a question. Where do we draw the line? While the idea of a city that knows you inside and out might sound appealing, it also raises significant concerns about privacy. After all, for the city to tailor itself to your needs, it needs to collect a lot of information about you, your location, your habits, even your emotional state. This data is incredibly valuable, but it's also deeply personal. How do we ensure that it's used responsibly? One solution could be giving residents control over what data is collected and how it's used. Imagine a system where you can opt in or out of certain features, choosing the level of personalization you're comfortable with. This way, the city remains responsive without feeling intrusive. Another challenge is the risk of over-reliance on technology. In a world where the city anticipates your every need, there's a danger of losing the spontaneity and unpredictability that make urban life so vibrant. What happens if the AI gets it wrong? What if the city's idea of what you need doesn't align with what you actually want? These are questions that designers and policymakers will need to grapple with as conscious cities become a reality. The goal isn't to replace human agency, but to enhance it, creating a balance between technology and individuality. Despite these challenges, the potential for personalized urban experiences is immense. A conscious city could make life more convenient, more enjoyable, and more meaningful, fostering a deeper connection between people and their surroundings. It's not just about making the city smarter, it's about making it more human. And as we move closer to this vision, one thing is clear: the cities of the future won't just be places we live in. They'll be places that live with us, adapting and evolving to create experiences that feel as unique as we are. Now, let's talk about how a conscious city redefines the way we move. Transportation in this futuristic urban environment isn't just about getting from point A to point B. It's about creating a seamless, intuitive experience that feels almost effortless. Imagine a world where self-driving vehicles glide through the streets, communicating with each other and the city's AI brain to optimize traffic flow. No more gridlock, no more honking horns, just a smooth, synchronized dance of vehicles that adapt to real-time conditions. This isn't just about convenience, it's about transforming the very fabric of urban mobility. At the heart of this vision is the integration of AI with transportation systems. Picture this: your autonomous car knows your schedule, the weather, and even the events happening around the city. It adjusts its route dynamically, avoiding congestion and finding the fastest, most efficient path. Meanwhile, public transit operates like a living organism, with buses and trains rerouting on the fly to meet demand. If a concert lets out and thousands of people need to get home, the system instantly reallocates resources, ensuring everyone gets where they need to go without delay. This level of adaptability doesn't just save time, it reduces stress and makes the entire experience of moving through the city more enjoyable. But the benefits go beyond convenience. A conscious city's transportation system could significantly reduce emissions and energy consumption. By optimizing routes and minimizing idle time, AI-driven vehicles and transit systems would operate at peak efficiency, cutting down on fuel use and pollution. Electric vehicles charged by renewable energy sources could become the norm, further shrinking the city's carbon footprint. And with fewer accidents caused by human error, thanks to advanced AI safety protocols, the streets would become safer for everyone: pedestrians, cyclists, and drivers alike. Of course, building such a system isn't without its challenges. One major hurdle is cybersecurity. With so much of the city's infrastructure relying on interconnected AI systems, the risk of hacking or data breaches becomes a serious concern. Ensuring the security of these networks would be paramount, requiring cutting-edge encryption and constant vigilance. Another challenge is infrastructure. To support a fully integrated transportation system, cities would need to invest in robust, high-tech infrastructure, everything from smart roads embedded with sensors to charging stations for electric vehicles. This would require significant investment and coordination, but the payoff could be transformative. Despite these challenges, the potential for revolutionizing urban mobility is immense. A conscious city could make transportation not just a means to an end, but an integral part of the urban experience. Imagine stepping out of your home and knowing that no matter where you need to go, the city has your back. Whether it's a self-driving car that arrives at your doorstep, a bike-sharing system that knows your favorite routes, or a subway that adjusts its schedule to match your needs, the possibilities are endless. This is the future of mobility, a future where getting around isn't just efficient but truly enjoyable. As we look ahead, it's clear that the way we move through cities is on the brink of a major shift. The conscious city isn't just about making transportation smarter, it's about making it more human. By putting people at the center of the design, we can create urban environments that are not only functional but also deeply attuned to the needs and desires of their inhabitants. And as these systems evolve, they'll redefine what it means to live, work, and thrive in the cities of tomorrow. Now, let's shift our focus to one of the most pressing challenges of our time: sustainability. A conscious city isn't just about convenience or personalization, it's about creating an urban environment that thrives in harmony with the planet. At the heart of this vision is energy efficiency, and here's where AI truly shines. Imagine a city where every watt of energy is used intelligently, where buildings, transportation, and infrastructure work together to minimize waste and maximize sustainability. This isn't just a dream, it's a blueprint for the future, and it's already taking shape in innovative ways. Take smart buildings, for example. In a conscious city, these structures are far more than just bricks and mortar. They're living, breathing entities that adapt to their surroundings. Picture a skyscraper that adjusts its heating and cooling systems based on real-time occupancy data. If a floor is empty, the lights dim and the temperature shifts to conserve energy. When people return, the building senses their presence and adjusts accordingly, creating a comfortable environment without unnecessary waste. This level of precision doesn't just save energy, it reduces costs and lowers the building's carbon footprint, making it a win-win for both residents and the planet. But the potential goes beyond individual buildings. A conscious city's energy grid operates like a finely tuned orchestra, with AI as its conductor. Renewable energy sources like solar panels and wind turbines generate power, but their output can be unpredictable dependent on weather conditions and time of day. Here's where AI steps in, analyzing data from weather forecasts, energy demand, and storage systems to balance supply and demand in real time. If a cloudy day reduces solar output, the system might tap into stored energy or shift usage to off-peak hours. The result, a grid that's not only more efficient but also more resilient, capable of adapting to changing conditions without missing a beat. Of course, the benefits of a conscious city extend far beyond energy savings. By optimizing resource use and reducing waste, these urban environments could play a crucial role in combating climate change. Think about it. Cities are responsible for a significant portion of global carbon emissions, but they're also where innovation happens fastest. A conscious city could lead the charge in reducing emissions, from electrifying transportation to implementing circular waste systems that recycle and reuse materials. The ripple effects could be enormous, setting a new standard for sustainable living worldwide. Yet, as with any ambitious vision, there are challenges to overcome. Scaling these systems to entire cities requires massive investment, not just in technology but in infrastructure and public policy. How do we ensure that these innovations are accessible to all, not just the wealthiest neighborhoods? And how do we balance the need for data collection with the right to privacy? These are complex questions, but they're essential to address if we want to create cities that are not only smart but also equitable and just. Despite these hurdles, the promise of a conscious city is too compelling to ignore. By harnessing the power of AI, we can create urban environments that are not only more efficient and sustainable but also more livable. Imagine a city where clean energy powers every home, where waste is minimized, and where every decision is made with the planet in mind. This is the future. We're building a future where cities don't just exist on the earth but work in harmony with it. And as we move closer to this vision, one thing is clear. The conscious city isn't just a step forward, it's a leap toward a better, greener world. A conscious city isn't just a marvel of technology, it's a living, breathing community. At its heart, it's about people, how they connect, collaborate, and thrive together. While AI and smart infrastructure often steal the spotlight, the true power of a conscious city lies in its ability to bring people closer, fostering relationships and building stronger communities. But how does a city powered by algorithms and sensors actually strengthen human bonds? The answer lies in its ability to create spaces and platforms that encourage interaction, collaboration, and shared experiences. One of the most exciting possibilities is the use of AI to facilitate virtual town halls and community forums. Imagine a platform where residents can voice their opinions, propose ideas, and vote on local initiatives, all from the comfort of their homes. AI could analyze these discussions, identifying common concerns and suggesting solutions that reflect the collective will of the community. This isn't just about convenience, it's about giving everyone a voice, ensuring that even those who might not typically engage in traditional civic processes can participate. Over time, these platforms could become the backbone of local democracy, making governance more inclusive and responsive, but the benefits don't stop at civic engagement. AI-driven platforms could also help neighbors connect in meaningful ways. Picture an app that matches people with shared interests or complementary skills, encouraging them to collaborate on projects, organize events, or simply get to know one another. Whether it's a gardening club, a neighborhood watch, or a skill-sharing network, these connections could transform anonymous urban spaces into vibrant, tightly knit communities. By breaking down barriers and fostering collaboration, a conscious city could turn strangers into friends and acquaintances into allies. Of course, technology alone can't solve every social challenge. Inequality and accessibility remain pressing issues in many cities, and here, too, AI could play a transformative role. For example, AI could analyze data on housing, transportation, and public services to identify underserved areas and recommend targeted interventions. It could also help design more inclusive public spaces, ensuring that everyone, regardless of age, ability, or background, can fully participate in urban life. By addressing these systemic issues, a conscious city could become a more equitable and welcoming place for all. However, as we embrace these possibilities, it's important to tread carefully. While digital interactions can enhance social connectivity, they can't replace the richness of face-to-face relationships. Over-reliance on technology risks creating a city that feels efficient but impersonal, where screens mediate every interaction. To avoid this, a conscious city must strike a balance, using technology to facilitate connections without overshadowing the human element. Public spaces, for instance, could be designed to encourage spontaneous encounters, blending the physical and digital worlds to create environments that feel both high-tech and deeply human. The potential for a conscious city to enhance social connectivity is immense, but it's not without its challenges. Privacy concerns, digital divides, and the risk of losing the serendipity of unplanned interactions are all issues that need careful consideration. Yet, if designed thoughtfully, a conscious city could become a place where technology doesn't isolate us but brings us closer together. It could be a city where communities are stronger, relationships are richer, and everyone feels a sense of belonging. And in a world where urban life often feels fragmented and disconnected, that's a vision worth striving for. In a conscious city, safety isn't just about locking doors or patrolling streets. It's about creating an environment that anticipates risks before they happen. Imagine a city where AI systems analyze patterns of behavior, identifying potential threats long before they escalate. For instance, if a series of minor disturbances occur in a specific area, the AI could flag it as a potential hotspot and deploy resources to prevent a larger incident. This isn't just reactive policing, it's predictive, using data to keep communities safer without waiting for problems to arise. But how does this work in practice? It all starts with the city's network of sensors and cameras, constantly feeding information into the AI brain. These systems don't just record events, they interpret them, learning to recognize unusual activity and alerting authorities in real time. One of the most promising applications of this technology is in emergency response. Picture a fire breaking out in a high-rise building. In a conscious city, sensors detect the smoke almost instantly, pinpointing its location and severity. The AI brain then coordinates the response, guiding firefighters to the scene with the fastest routes and providing real-time updates on the building's layout and occupancy. Meanwhile, smart elevators reroute to evacuate residents safely, and ventilation systems adjust to contain the spread of smoke. This level of coordination doesn't just save time, it saves lives, transforming how we handle crises in urban environments. But with great power comes great responsibility. The idea of a city that's always watching raises important ethical questions. How do we ensure that constant surveillance doesn't infringe on individual freedoms? What happens when the systems designed to protect us start to feel invasive? These are complex issues and they require careful consideration. One approach is to design AI systems with transparency and accountability in mind. For example, residents could have access to clear guidelines on how data is collected and used, with the ability to opt out of certain surveillance features. Additionally, independent oversight bodies could monitor the AI's decisions, ensuring they align with community values and legal standards. Another critical challenge is cybersecurity. A conscious city's AI brain is a prime target for hackers who could exploit vulnerabilities to disrupt services or steal sensitive data. Protecting this system requires robust defenses, from advanced encryption to real-time threat detection. But it's not just about technology, it's about building a culture of security, where everyone from city officials to residents understands the importance of safeguarding the digital infrastructure. After all, a city that's always connected is only as strong as its weakest link. Despite these challenges, the potential for enhancing safety in a conscious city is immense. By leveraging AI, we can create urban environments that are not only more secure but also more responsive to the needs of their inhabitants. Imagine a city where crime rates drop because potential threats are identified and addressed before they escalate, where emergency services arrive faster and more effectively, and where residents feel safer walking the streets at any hour. This is the promise of a conscious city, a place where safety isn't just a goal but a fundamental part of the urban experience. Yet, as we embrace these possibilities, we must also remain vigilant. Balancing safety with privacy, efficiency with ethics, and innovation with accountability will be key to creating a city that truly serves its people. The conscious city isn't just about building smarter systems, it's about building a better future, one where technology enhances our lives without compromising our values. And as we move closer to this vision, one thing is clear. The cities of tomorrow won't just be safer, they'll be more thoughtful, more inclusive, and more attuned to the needs of everyone who calls them home. Living in a conscious city isn't just about convenience or efficiency, it's about how it makes you feel. Imagine a place where the environment seems to understand you on a deeply personal level, where the city itself becomes a partner in your daily life. This emotional connection is at the heart of what makes a conscious city so transformative. But what would it actually feel like to live in a city that knows you better than you know yourself? The answer lies in the delicate balance between comfort and control, between feeling supported and feeling watched. On one hand, the emotional benefits could be profound. Picture a city that senses when you're stressed and responds by dimming the lights, playing calming music, or suggesting a quiet park bench where you can unwind. It's not just about reacting to your mood, it's about anticipating your needs before you even realize them. For instance, if the AI detects that you've had a long day, it might adjust your commute to include a scenic route or recommend a cafe with your favorite drink waiting for you. These small, thoughtful gestures could create a sense of being cared for, reducing stress and enhancing your overall well-being. But with this level of personalization comes a potential downside, the feeling of being constantly monitored. For some, the idea of a city that tracks your every move might feel invasive, even unsettling. It's one thing to have your preferences catered to, it's another to feel like you're always being watched. This is where the design of AI systems becomes crucial. To avoid creating a sense of surveillance, conscious cities must prioritize transparency and consent. Residents should have clear control over what data is collected and how it's used, ensuring that the city's intelligence feels like a helpful companion rather than an overbearing presence. Another emotional layer to consider is the potential loss of spontaneity. In a city that anticipates your every need, there's a risk of life becoming too predictable. What happens to the joy of stumbling upon a hidden gem or the thrill of making an unexpected discovery? These moments of serendipity are part of what makes urban life so vibrant, and a conscious city must find ways to preserve them. Perhaps the AI could introduce subtle surprises like recommending a new restaurant or a lesser-known park, to keep life feeling fresh and exciting. At the same time, the emotional impact of a conscious city extends beyond the individual. Imagine a community where the city's AI fosters empathy and connection among residents. For example, if the system notices that a neighborhood is experiencing a spike in stress levels, it might organize a pop-up event or suggest ways for neighbors to support one another. By addressing collective emotions, the city could become a catalyst for stronger, more compassionate communities. Ultimately, the emotional experience of living in a conscious city hinges on how well it balances technology with humanity. It's not just about creating a city that's smart, it's about creating one that's emotionally intelligent. This means designing AI systems that prioritize mental health, respect personal boundaries, and enhance the richness of human experience. When done right, a conscious city could feel like a trusted friend, always there to support you without ever overstepping. And in a world where urban life can often feel overwhelming, that kind of emotional connection could be truly transformative. Living inside an AI brain isn't just a leap forward in technology, it's a profound reimagining of what it means to be human in a world where everything is connected. From the moment you wake up to the way you move through the city, every experience is shaped by an environment that feels alive, responsive, and deeply attuned to your needs. A conscious city isn't just about convenience or efficiency. It's about creating a space where technology enhances the human experience in ways we've only begun to explore. Whether it's a park that adapts to your mood or a transportation system that flows like water, the possibilities are as vast as they are transformative. But with this vision comes a responsibility to ask the hard questions. How do we ensure that these advancements don't come at the cost of our privacy or individuality? What happens when the systems designed to serve us start to feel like they're watching us? These aren't just technical challenges, they're deeply human ones, touching on issues of trust, autonomy, and the kind of society we want to build. A conscious city must be more than just smart. It must be ethical, inclusive, and designed with the well-being of every resident in mind. As we stand on the brink of this new era, it's clear that the future of urban living isn't just about what technology can do, it's about what we choose to do with it. Will we create cities that prioritize profit over people, or will we build environments that foster connection, creativity, and care? The answer lies in how we approach this moment, with curiosity, caution, and a commitment to shaping a future that serves everyone, not just a select few. So, what do you think? Could you see yourself thriving in a conscious city, where the environment around you feels like a partner in your daily life? Or do the challenges of privacy and ethics give you pause? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. And if you're as fascinated by the possibilities of the future as we are, don't forget to subscribe and join us as we continue to explore what's next. The city of tomorrow isn't just a dream, it's a vision we're building together, one step at a time.